Igboho told Sultan of Sokoto, insecurity, poverty challenges won't vanish overnight. Hey, Igboho now has started speaking like a tribal bigot now. I'm sure he's still on exile in Germany, because when he was released from the Benin Republic, he couldn't come back to Nigeria because it looks like they were ready to nab him again. So he went to Germany. Still in Germany, somebody who was fighting for Yoruba nation and agitating for something better for the Yorubas has just turned a different person now, supporting this government that is killing people. Yeah, what is his problem? I know some people said before that Tinubu don't even like him as a person, and so it looks like he's playing to a gallery so that they can allow him to come to Nigeria to see his family and to see his. I know his wife and children are in Germany, okay, but it looks more like this guy is, missing Nigeria, and he's looking for everything he can do so that to pacify Tinubu, so that Tinubu can give approval for him to come to Nigeria without being arrested. I'm sure that is why he's saying all these things. But then, if you don't have anything to say, you better keep quiet. If you're going to be in exile, you better remain in exile rather than saying things that will hurt the masses. This guy is showing the other side of his nature. The Yoruba Nation activist Chief Sunday Igboho, popularly known as Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, told the Sultan of Sokoto Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar on Thursday that the nation's twin challenges of insecurity and poverty cannot be tackled overnight. He also argued that relevant stakeholders in governance, economy, security, and other critical sectors cannot help but agree that the country's hydra-headed insecurity problems spanning decades and socioeconomic obstacles must be confronted and surmounted for Nigeria to achieve peace and development. So in a personally signed statement forwarded to journalists, Adeyemo, who reacted to the position of the Sultan of Sokoto on the prevalent hardship and spate of insecurity in some parts of the country, said President Bola Tinubu administration should be allowed to work out solutions capable of addressing the solutions. There's nothing now. The guy is not doing anything. So it is recalled that Abubakar, in his capacity as the chairman Northern Traditional Rulers Council, declared during the 6th executive meeting of the council in Area House, Kaduna, on Wednesday, that Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder, considering poverty, hardship, and ravaging insecurity plaguing the nation. So he charged the federal government to take action in order to mitigate the suffering of the masses who, he said, are hungry and angry about their condition. However, Adeyemo, who is Igboho, while observing that Sultan's position on the current state of the nation was not out of place, maintained that the blame for the bad economy, perennial security problem, food inflation, unemployment, and youth restiveness should not be heaped on Tinubu's administration, which is just about 8 months old. Can you imagine? So the statement reads, it is important for our leaders at all levels, be it religious or traditional, to demonstrate commitment to bring solutions to the table at this crucial point in our history. Our problems as a nation are foundational. So our problem as a nation are foundational. Nigeria has been in a precarious state in terms of bad governance, a poor economy, terrorism, insecurity, and irresponsive leadership for decades. I believe that the federal government is not unconcerned about the plight of the people and has taken steps to remedy the situation. Don't worry, they will give you minister. So while we cannot gloss over the incessant attacks by rampaging herdsmen on farmlands across Nigeria, most especially during the immediate past regime of former President Muhammadu Buhari, thus forcing thousands of farmers to abandon farm settlement, it is thoughtful to say that the effect of farmer-header clashes leading to killings, destruction of farms has been devastating on food production and agricultural value chain. So this worrisome development has been one of the major causes of food insecurity and the increase in prices of food items and commodities. We need to allow the incumbent administration to explore all measures being deployed to address inflation, foreign exchange issues, and exorbitant foodstuff prices, which will soon yield results. Can you imagine? So the recent decision by the government to deploy troops for the protection of farmers against herders' attack, which are negatively affecting harvest and food productivity, will further boost the confidence of peasant farmers and agri entrepreneurs to return to farms. Also, the plan to set up the National Commodity Board will checkmate escalating food inflation, the statement concluded. So the Igboho now is beginning to support Tinubu. Whether what Tinubu is doing is right or wrong, this I don't understand. It's not a very good. I don't think everybody will take this hook, line, and sinker. People are already reacting. Somebody said that we want Yoruba nation does not mean we will destroy Nigeria. That is the nature of an average Yoruba man. That we want Yoruba nation does not make us to destroy Nigeria. Okay, that you're trying to defend Igboho. Sultan should have said that when Buhari was in charge, hundreds of our students were kidnapped from their schools across the north. Okay, was Tinubu in charge then? National treasure was looted under his watch. Northern leaders kept mute. Anyway, it is a wake-up call to Tinubu, sha. Can you imagine? Somebody said both positions are correct. However, as one of the foremost traditional rulers, I expect the Sultan to do more to curtail the activities of the Fulani militia, who is causing majority of the disturbances ravaging our country. He must be at the forefront of the call to total elimination of the bad Fulanis. Tinubu made a promise to secure Nigeria, and he must go full speed to exterminate the murderous group and or run them out of Nigeria to their ancestral homeland. All right, and someone is saying, I agree with you, Sunday Igboho. When Buhari was the president, none of them comes out to talk and challenge him. But when politics has changed hands, they are coming out to talk. Buhari had all privilege to address all these issues, but he was nonchalant about it with the support of all the northern elites. So the challenge we are facing today emanated from Buhari and the northern elites' carelessness, and it cannot be addressed overnight. Check out the corruption, atrocities, immoralities, insecurity, nepotism, and so on. Please, they should keep quiet. Buhari's style of leadership is to destroy this beautiful country and make it uncomfortable to its citizenry. So is it only Buhari? What do you want Tinubu is doing? Is it better? Now, people are now preferring Buhari's government to Tinubu's government. For decades now, Nigeria has been sitting on the keg of gunpowder. When a tree dries up, it cannot fall immediately. For more 8 years, people could not have access to their farms. So we have been considering the old stored food, which, if not the removal of the subsidy, we will continue to manage the situation. That is the only way that Tinubu is involved. No produce of food stuff for 8 years of Buhari due to insecurity. We know all of those things now. The Sultan overlooked the activities of his fellow Fulani men in Benue, the food basket of Nigeria. The farmers are not allowed to go about their farming business by the killer herdsmen, and that led to food deficit. Mr. President should go after all those elements. Okay, so the way it is now, Sunday Igboho is now shooting back at Sultan of Sokoto. But I tell you, whether Tinubu or Buhari, APC is APC, and they are all responsible. In the Buhari's regime, Tinubu cannot exonerate himself. And now in Tinubu's regime, Buhari and other APC cannot exonerate themselves. So it is a party problem and it's a politician's problem. They must be shown the way out. I tell you, otherwise it's going to continue in a very bad situation. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment. I just hope that what Igboho is looking for, he will get it. He wants to come to Nigeria and he wants to play to gallery, and so that they can, give him some exceptions to come back to Nigeria. But that should not be done at the expense of the rest of Nigerian citizens' interest. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.